hopefully our camera issue's solved. Nobody on here, bottom of the third. Brings up Anthony. Again, if you're watching on the restream, let me know if it's going through and if the camera is okay. So hopefully whatever was going on with the app there has been resolved. And Anthony, a little overhand cut, and it gets through the right fielder. That ball's going to roll. Backing up is Korn, the second baseman, who ran all the way out there. So little two-out double. And it brings up Rocco. Chance to cut into this three-run deficit. So again, if you're tuning back in after we had to do the reboot, and Rocco goes high and deep, and that ball is gone for a two-run homer as Rocco hits a bomb out of here. So all of that started with a couple of outs. Rocco goes deep, and he hits one out of here. So it brings up Church. Sbaracho's here in the bottom of the third is edged a little closer. And there's a high pop-up on the infield, and that'll be the third out. So we're going to head to the fourth, 4-3. Born Divine. Four to three. Born Divine, top of the fourth. So here's the leadoff man. That'll be Jackson. And there's a little flare the other way, and Church can't make the catch. The ball just kept carrying. Jackson's going to have himself a solo homer as he drove it toward left center. Looked like Church was going to get there. The ball just kept drifting. Jumped up, got a couple of fingertips on it, and it goes as a long solo homer. And Steve Rodriguez over there has a little bit of a smirk on his face, almost like can't believe it, because Church is a very solid outfielder. And now they go hard to the gap, and that splits the gap. And that's going to go back-to-back solo jacks. And Born Divine gets those 2 runs right back. It's now a 6-3 ball game. 2 solo home runs there. By Jackson and Lewis, and it brings up Cordell Irving. So here in the 4th inning, and again, kids, that's why the ball that Church struggled with was hit up in the air, but Vino's home run and this home run that just got hit here by Lewis were just line drives into the alley. Especially on turf, you don't have to go big. I think a lot of times people get a little greedy, and there's a swing and a little flare, and Cotto can't get to it. And Irving will jog in with a stand-up double. That's going to bring up Rogers. It's Born Divine here. So we're approaching the halfway point. Mino has not pitched a bad ball game. Either has the Born Divine pitcher, Wise, either. And there's a little soft flare going back as the short center. And he will put that away for second out of the inning. Brings up Frazier. Again, right now, I'm a little surprised. There's a little ground ball to third. Long throw to first in time. J-Rod, big tall kid, made the play there. So with 2 outs now, the pitcher has got a chance to help himself out. He got a big hit his last time up. And there's a little roller over to Cotto, big hop, puts it away. So halfway through the ball game, 6-3, Born Divine. So Born Divine been trailing the entire ball game. So we head to the bottom of the 4th. Rocco hit the 2-run homer. You thought that was going to jumpstart him, but Born Divine, good answer with the solo home runs, pushed it back out to 2. So it's going to be Sean Quinn leading off, then Smooth and Ant. And right now, if you're Los Barachos, and to be honest, I thought this might be a slightly higher scoring ball game based on what Born Divine did in her first game and just based on having seen this Los Baracho group. So here's Sean Quinn now. And Sean looked like he was trying to come our way. Front shoulder flew out though. He was falling out of the batter's box trying to cheat down the line in terms of running. And now he tries to come this way, and that's just a soft fly ball over to Korn. So Sean right now, his first two at-bats, his thought process has been kind of all over the place. He's had a couple of half-hearted swings to go the other way and doesn't seem real focused on having a plan up there right now. And here's Smooth, and he tried to go the other way, and a couple of soft outs here in the bottom of the fourth by Los Borrachos. So here's Ant, the little ground ball, short center, 1, 2, 3. We're going to head to the fifth. Born Divine leading 6-3. Born Divine, they're a vocal group anyway, normally play with a lot of high energy. And they're doing it right now as they're all jumping up and down. They do have the top of their lineup coming up. Jackson and Double Darties coming up. Top of the fifth. Yeah, 6-3 Born Divine. So I got fans asking me. I was wondering what that voice was in my headset. And normally I don't hear voices in my head, folks. But it was a fan behind me trying to view the scoreboard to see what's what. So Korn, big swing, swung right through that. See the coach trying to get everybody in the dugout. Now Korn slaps it. Nice job there by the short center, and he's a very slick infielder to say the least. Leadoff man down. And he swings and he drives it into center for a base hit. So one out base runner as M. Darty gets on, and here's L. Darty, the catcher, with that man Vino Sims on deck. And there's a little ground ball and a little bit of a muff right after I complimented him as the Malouk lives. And that was a good example. He was going hard to the hole there. And it looked like he was trying to catch and spin to get the fielder's choice instead of just running through that and taking the out at first. And here's Vino. And he reaches up, and Church can't make the catch. And they throw to third, and they get the fielder's choice. So Church came flying in. Sinking line drive by Vino. Church couldn't hold on. Threw a strike to Cotto, who then turned around. Okay, I'm not sure why it's doing that. We're having all kinds of problems here. We did check and we turned the autofocus off, so it shouldn't be doing that. And there's a swing and a high fly ball. And that'll low. Church had a little problem, but he hung in there. Yeah, it's doing that periodically. I'm not quite sure why, to be honest with you, Joel. And Cece, I don't know what's going on with the software today, why it's doing that. Trust me when I tell you, what I'm looking at on my screen is the complete picture. So I'm not quite sure. So we're just going to try to get through this ball game as best we can here. And then we're just going to have to reboot everything. No, this is same equipment we always use. So I'm not sure why this is a new issue here that we've never had before. So we're gonna fool around, and hopefully by the time we get to the 1 o'clock game, this is gonna be resolved. And Nano swings and he gets a base hit here. So we are in the bottom of the 5th inning here. Brings up J-Rod. Now it looks like a pinch hitter. And there's a swing and a base hit the other way. Church running for Nano will stop at second. And it brings up Chops now. A couple of runners on. Tying run is now in the batter's box. And Chops a little soft pop-up infield fly rule. And that brings up top of the lineup with Jamie. Looks like Jamie's going to go swap out his stick.
You're scoring on any kind of basic.
And Jamie swings a little fly ball, and that ball is caught. They're going to try to do a double tag, and he's going to try to score. He's safe. And meanwhile, the runner on first tagged and came all the way around to third base. Again, I apologize. I just don't know. I just don't know why it's doing that, folks. And there's a swing and a base hit. Another run's going to score. That ball is up the alley. Cottle coming around to third, and they're going to hold him.
Hey, Joe, suck that dick!
But another run scores, 6-5.
Hey, we get one out, Joe. We get one out. Come on, y'all. Hey, I'm just,
And it brings up Anthony. Again, bottom of the fifth now, 6-5. Barachos have pushed a couple across here. Tying run at third. And Lopez swung right through it. Anthony likes that overhand cut swing. And it looked like he was trying to come this way on it, but he was falling out of the box. And now he does it again. Haven't quite seen that before. As Anthony, a solid hitter, swung right through two pitches. And we are going to head to the top of the sixth. Game's tightened up again at 6-5. Leading off, it's going to be Jackson, I believe.
all we can do is hold them. All we can do is hold them. Hey, that's 4, 5, 6 coming up. Hold them either way. It's great fucking shape. Let's go.
And there's a swing the other way, little fly ball coming over to make the catch. Jamie. One up, one down. Brings up Lewis. Homered his last time. And there's a base hit, so he's having a pretty good day. Brings up Cordell Irving. Okay, kids, let's keep the sex talk to a minimum. We do got younger people that participate and watch the streams. So here's Cordell Irving. And there's a ground ball, and he sneaks it through. The pinch runner's going to turn and burn. He'll get to third. They do hold him. Runner's on the corner. That's going to bring up Rogers. And it looks like a pinch hitter for Born Divine. Okay, CC, calm down, all right? Don't chunk up my stream, please. So Eddie, line drive, Cotto with the catch. So Cotto jumps up, snags a hard line drive from the pinch hitter, and it looks like they may have another one coming up. This is a big spot in the ball game. Runners on the corners, 1-run game. And here comes Wes. So Baracho's here in the sixth trying to keep the score. And the deficit at 1, trying to wiggle off a hook here. And there's a little ground ball to Cotto. And they do wiggle off the hook. So after it was first and third with 1 out, Born Divine fails to score, and we head to the bottom of the 6th, 6-5. And we always talk about runs in the bottom of the 6th when you can flip a script on your opponent, and do they have the mental capacity and time to recover. 6-5, bottom of the 6th. Born Divine, 6th. So Baracho's now a little bit of momentum, and here's Rocco. He hit a big 2-run bomb earlier in the ball game. He certainly got the power to go deep. Home run here would tie the ball game. I think what you got to do if you're Rocco, especially with the 1-1 count, is you got to get the pitch you want to do it on. If you want to try to hit a home run, you really don't want to force it, because right now a base runner is just as important. So a little cat and mouse going on here. Very high, deep and inside. You can tell the pitcher did not want to let Rocco get something he could get his hands out. Now that's high and way outside. And we got a little dog yapping at somebody over here. And there's a strike. I want to say there were 10 teams in this tournament. And Rocco goes the other way, and he dumps a hit. And he'll stay at first. That's one of the longer singles you're going to see. And now the courtesy run. And that's a good job of hitting. It was a full count. Didn't try to do too much with it. Hit it solid. And the other way, they were playing him to pull. And he dumped it in. So here's a pinch hitter for Church. So we got a little time before our next game. So, because there will be a 1-game wait, we'll be back at 1 o'clock. And probably take a walk down to the other diamond. And there's a line drive caught, throw back, not in time, and now it goes out of play. And he'll get the 2 bases. And he gets the 3rd. So with 1 out now, because of the throwing error, of course there was a line drive that was caught. He was trying to double up the courtesy runner, throw got away. And I know a lot of you think on an infield error it's only one base. That's not correct. But for example, if you're the batter and you hit a ground ball and the shortstop throws it away, they give you second. A lot of people think it's because of one base for the error. It's not true, but as a batter, you have not established first. In this case, Cotto, the pinch runner, was already at first. So when they threw behind him and the ball gets away, he gets two bases. In the case with the hitter, they're awarding you first and second, two bases. So here's Sean Quinn. And that time he had an idea and he short hops a double over the concrete wall, and we are all tied at 6. So that time you could tell Sean was thinking he was going to hit it hard and pull it to score that run. Hit it right down the line. The ball bounced over that short fence, and we're 6-6 in the 6th. Sign of the devil, 666. Reminds me, where are the demons? So Baracho's been climbing the hill all day. They finally tied it. No, it's technically 2. But it all comes down to what base have you established. As a batter, when you hit the ball and the ball gets thrown away, you have not established first base yet. So you get first base and then you get to second base. You get to move up to second as your second base. If I'm a runner and at the start of the play I was already at first base and there's a ball that gets thrown away, I get two bases because I've already established the base that I'm standing on before the play started. So here's Smooth, little ground ball. He looks the runner back. Runner's going to get over here anyway. So 2 outs now, lead run over here at third. And it brings up Ant with Nano on deck. Yeah, it's all about where you start. If you start at home, your two bases are first and second. If you're already on first base, then you get second, third. That was always a misnomer because people didn't realize that batters are being awarded a base on the throwaway. And there's a little pop-up. Corn going back. Now he'll peel off. But we head to the 7th. Brand new ball game. All tied at 6. So looking ahead to the 7th, if you're a Barachos fan, you got the bottom third, Nano, J-Rod, and Chops. And coming up here in the top of the 7th, if I'm not mistaken, they got to be right at the top of their lineup with Cornelius Jackson. There were a lot of pinch hitters there in the top of the 6th for Born Divine. And I believe this is another pinch hitter. So I think this is a hitter for the pitcher. So they're going to start here at 10-1-2. And that little dog is still a yapping over there. Got a lot of energy, that little guy. You can see him right over there. I think it's Papa came over and picked him up and finally stopped. So here's the leadoff man, pinch hitter for the pitcher. And he swings and he comes through as he just got it over the top of the short center. Leadoff hit. And now they got their top coming up here with Cornelius Jackson and double darties.
That wind is blowing, but he's going to try to drop it. Mix in the water. I'm good.
And Corn, little flare, and a rolling catch. Nicely done. So I hope I got it on the replay. Although with the craziness that's going on with my camera here,
Jamie, let's fucking go.
you saw just the tail end of it.
6-6 in the 7th. Hey, we're just doing this for ratings.
So Corn gets robbed. Runner had to stay. Showed you that replay. Wonder if the replay mode is what's causing it. It's not snapping back. And there's a little flare. That ball's going to drop in front of Jamie. So 2 on now. As Darty picks up another hit. And here's L. Darty. He's been having himself a pretty good ball game as well. And there's a little one hopper. They get the fielder's choice. They cannot get the double play.
What's the score?
6-6, top of the 7th. So they get the fielder's choice. The throw to oh, they did not get the fielder's choice. They called the runner safe at second. So the bases are loaded. I thought that there might have been close, but you don't normally see an umpire, because that was if he was off the bag there, it was razor thin. And usually, if you're an umpire, you don't want to get a short center killed. Oh, no, I didn't replay it. I thought he was, yeah, I thought it was awful close. And you just don't want to see a short center get blown up. He clearly wasn't. There's a high. That is going to break the tie. And now you got to get it in quick to avoid the double tag. So they take a 7. So that play at second, very huge. As with that fly ball, they would have been out of the inning. And that's going to bring up Fino.
They got like that little food on.
And I got to tell you, if you're the Barachos, you got to maybe think about walking Fino. Shields has been having himself a pretty good day too, but you set up a fielder's choice everywhere. Give yourself a few more options. And this kid, left-handed, short porch, he could break the game on you right here. So we'll see if they try to walk him unintentionally here. That pitch a little outside. And now you're 3-1 here. You might as well just put him on. If your goal was to maybe get him swinging a bad pitch. And if I'm Fino, I'm looking for something that jackhammer, but so unintentional. Well, I'm not a big fan of that. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of times the pitch will get away from you and you end up throwing a meatball. So now you got the bases loaded. Here's Shields. And he grabs a strike right there. 2. And there's a rocket right at Sean Quinn. So they work out of it, but they do give up a run. And we head to a do or die bottom of the 7th. It's going to be the bottom third of the Baracho lineup coming up. They need 1 to tie and to extend the game. 2 walks them off. Anything less, and Born Divine will move into the semifinals of the winner's bracket. 7-6 here, a little bit of a nail biter. So the pitcher, Nano, going to be leading off. Now, they already hit for J-Rod. And if they hit for him again, he would be out of the ball game. And it does look like they got a few pinch hitters lined up here. So it's very possible we may see Barachos pinch hit for J-Rod and Chops. And if you're Born Divine here, big out right now, you'd like to get that leadoff man out if you could. And there's a swing and a ground ball. He stayed down, bounced the throw, but nice pickup on the short hop for out number 1. So here comes the pinch hitter. Second time he's hit for J-Rod. Got a base hit his last time up. Baracho's down to the last 2 outs here. And the Born Divine pitcher pitched a pretty darn good ball game. About the only real mistake he made was the home run ball to Rocco. And there's a little spinner. Out number 2. Born Divine, 1 out away. So here's another pinch hitter for Chops with Jamie on deck. So they need a base runner to be dangerous, and the ball came onto the field down on the other end here, and that's a little bit of a delay, but back to the action here. Can't see the umpire, don't know what he called there. And there's a swing just over the top of Corn. And the pinch hitter does keep the game alive for the leadoff man, Jamie, with Cotto in the hole. Cotto did triple his last time up. I'm sure they would love to have a couple of base runners and get Cotto up there with an opportunity to maybe walk him off. And they are extremely deep across the entire outfield. They clearly do not want to give up any type of a home run. They're so deep, any type of a single thrown anywhere near a gap is going to tie the ball game. But they are so deep right now, I think they're more concerned about giving up a walk-off homer. And there's a little push shot. Looked like they might have had a hit and run. I'm not a... You really got to know your personnel. I understand what they're trying to do, but I think if you're Los Barachos and you look at how deep, and they are deep, in the outfield, you don't need a hit and run to move that guy or to score him. Because with 2 outs, he's running on a swing anyway. So I think by putting that in there, you kind of handcuff your hitter a little. And there's a little flare, long run, and that'll do it. So Born Divine hangs on. They win 7-6. They stay clean, and they'll be in the semifinals at 1 o'clock against either 10 Deep or Steady Drizzle. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm not sure who had won down there between 10 Deep and Steady Drizzle. And they would still have to play... Oh, no, actually, they'll be playing at 1 p.m. against 40 Deuce. Sorry, looking at the wrong side of the bracket. So we hope you enjoyed the broadcast despite the technical difficulties. We'll be back at 1 o'clock with another winner's bracket game, and we will have the championship at 4 o'clock. On behalf of SSA Broadcast, Sweet Buzz, this is Gio saying we love you. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll try to be a little cleaner on the